John Shabby. And today's starting pitcher, Nolan McLean. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Ronald Acuna Jr. leading things off and takes us off. The 0-2. This to third, and it goes just foul. That's too low. Ball 1. No, with the shift on, hits right into it. Slings to first in time. Let's take a look at our lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Eugenio Suarez.
Well, he's in pretty good company right now on that AL leaderboard for home runs. Top 5 for the guy, and he's one of the better home run hitters in the league this year. You don't see him missing too many pitches, and when he gets the one that he wants, he doesn't miss it. It goes a long way.
On the ground, Clement fires in time.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 1, Luis Arraez.
Here comes Luis Arraez to the plate. If you're looking for contact, this is your guy.
Yeah, and if you're looking for batting titles, he's also your guy. Arraez is the first player in MLB history to win 3 straight with 3 different teams.
That's a
the
ball.
Twins, Marlins, and the Padres. Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
That's ball 2.
A little bit low. Ball 2. There's a strike. 95 of that one. That misses,
Ball 3.
and the count's full. To the right side, and that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Back here in Miami, starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Bobby Witt Jr. digs in now.
Hey!
Right through there for a strike. Got him swinging. Take a look at the lineup. This is a dangerous group, Chris. Hitters who can barrel up the baseball are all over this lineup. No surprise this team leads the league in slugging percentage right now.
Boog, pitchers got to be ready out of the starting gates because this lineup isn't shy. They attack and provide enough exit velocity to slug the ball all over the diamond.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Swing and a ground ball. Throw to first is in time.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
2 outs, base is empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Got him. Third out. We played an inning. No score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. McLean, this is his 30th start of the season, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. In the air, left field, and there's one down.
That is good. The shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
So digging in, Ezekiel Tovar. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire. It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Gleyber Torres, the next to hit, takes ball one. Two down, nobody on. No score here in the second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's a little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good take by Torres. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Kyle Schwarber now at the plate.
That's a ball.
On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Digging in, Cal Raleigh.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Ball, that's down.
Schwarber aboard here at first with nobody out. swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Now one missed. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Three-two. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one hit to first, but it kicks foul. And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. One out man at first. Now the third baseman, Gunnar Henderson.
Off the plate, ball one.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Here's a 2-0. Here's a rocket to right field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scored position and just 1 out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So up next, Roman Anthony. Golden opportunity right here. Yeah, that drops in for a strike. Two on, 1 out.
Ball down.
And fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Knocked in 3 of their 4 runs in yesterday's game.
Hey!
Two on, 2 outs. That's
the
down
ball.
and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Here's a 1-1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run.
No,
and
he's
they
out.
get the out. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. Back here in Miami, taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. Wilyer Abreu, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hey!
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's got a chance. Can't make the grab, and it drops. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now it's William Contreras.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that one fouled off. Venezuela with a chance to score first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Line drive, that's a base hit. Abreu coming home, fires it to the plate.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So digging in, Jackson Chourio.
Ball 1.
One on, nobody out, a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a 1-1. That clips the corner. This one in the air, right field. Reaching for it and brings it in.
I tell you what, this is a really cool feeling when you can make that kind of catch over the shoulder. Doesn't happen very often. It's not easy, but he made it look easy right there. Nice job.
So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 1 so far.
Aye!
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swings through it for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Nolan McLean done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
Tyler Rogers gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. Rolled out to second in his first at bat.
Ball, that's down.
Contreras off of first with 2 away. In the air, right field. Judge on the move. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit.
Now, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next
Ball.
pitch misses. Ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fights it off, he'll see another. And that one is downstairs. 2-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
Witt with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Fouled off. He was late. 0-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Here's Bryce Harper. Grounded out his first time up.
Ball 1.
Harper with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big
That's
leagues.
ball 2.
Next offering upstairs. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control. And it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
So runner at second, 2 down. It's Aaron Judge now. Struck out swinging his first time. Late swing fouled off.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. And that is out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to the fourth. Luis Arraez stands in.
Number 1, Luis Arraez.
In there at the knees. And it's 0-1.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
The first pitch, just a tough pitch at the knees on the outside corner for a strike, and then he went in on the next one. So he's got to move the ball in and out from pitch to pitch, up and down, and just try to keep these guys looking all over the place and never lock into one area because he just doesn't have the stuff to beat you that way.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw to first in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the designated hitter,
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Fly to left his first time. This one in the air, center field. Clement under it. 2 down.
now batting for Venezuela, the shortstop, Tovar.
So up next, Ezequiel Tovar. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Oh, 1.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab on the run. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're midway in the 4th. Venezuela have the advantage, 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Schwarber batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 0-2. And there's a ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Ball
this
3.
3-ball count down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And a 3-2. That's out to center field. Chorio moving under it. And there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Cal Raleigh will hit next. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Ball, that's just out.
USA down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And now it's even up. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Runner on at first with one gone. Now the third baseman, Gunnar Henderson, doubled in his first AB. And that misses.
That's down.
And that's ball one. Ripped to first, caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
At the plate, Roman Anthony. He's 0 for 1. Fouled off left side. The 0-1.
Ball. That's inside.
Raleigh off of first with 2 away. Swing and a bouncer. Arrives. He steps on the bag, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Venezuela with the lead 1-0.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Garrett Clevenger.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
The 1-0. And the slider just misses. Action in the pen down there. Will Vest, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. (2-0).
Aye.
This one in the air right field. Judge getting an angle on it. Snags it on the run. 1 away.
Up next for the All-Stars, the left fielder, number...
Here's the left fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Mary Colon, gracias por suscribirte.
Ball. Down. Aye.
Clevenger in his 5th season, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. On the ground, right side, Clement. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the All-Stars, the catcher, William Contreras.
2 down, bases empty. William Contreras, the next to hit, singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Nope. Outside.
This one in the air right field. He's got it, and that is that. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. Venezuela on top 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Swing and a foul out of play. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down.
Up next for the United States, the center fielder.
So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Caught looking his first time up. Popped up. Torres should have this one. And he makes the catch. 2 away now.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
So back to the top of the order. Next to hit, Bobby Witt Jr.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Ground ball
That ball,
right
foul.
side and foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Swing and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So Harper stands in. 1 for 2. And that's fouled off.
Yep, that ball went out. Ball.
Tying run at scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. He's got it. And that is out number 3. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Garrett Whitlock.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Well, 1-run game. Jackson Chorio digs in now. Flied to right his first time.
Ball, that's low.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a breaking ball misses outside. Got him. 1 down.
I think he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off with 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Acuna now. Enters the day among the league leaders in batting average, but he'll need to get hot if he hopes to win the title. And the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Now a jump throw. On the money. Nice play.
Up next for the All-Stars, the third baseman, Michael Garcia.
Two outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Garcia. And that's
Ball,
downstairs.
that's down.
Ball 1. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on.
Ball down.
Tap to first, but it kicks
foul ball.
foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Third out, and that ends the frame. Venezuela out front, 1-0. Back here in Miami, here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jonathan Diaz, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Pizzardo warming up as well. Judge comes up empty there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. There's the strike. The 0-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Ball 1 there. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
The switch-hitting catcher will come up to hit. Cal Raleigh. And ball 1.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready for big innings in October.
Hey!
The 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Acuna under it. And that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back after this on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we go to the top of the 7th. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. Movement in the bullpen, David Bednar, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Jax also getting ready. Rips that one to right. And a quick out, number 1. Now it's the DH, Eugenio Suarez. And the sweeper misses. Swinging a ground ball, fair ball inside first, down the right field line, and that one getting into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. Fires to second too late, into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Even though he was really late on it, he clearly barreled the ball because that one was ripped down the line. He had to be really short with that swing, not get beat by that pitch.
1 out, runner at second. Ezekiel Tovar now at the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. To the right side, Clement throws to first in time.
Up next for the All-Stars, the second baseman.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Fires to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Diaz. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters. Here's the third baseman, Gunnar Henderson.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a base hit up the middle. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And here is Roman Anthony. To short, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The second baseman,
Ernie Clement will hit next.
Yeah!
Venezuela trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Now he breaks his bat. Handles, throws the first, inning over. Venezuela out front here, 1-0. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
The left fielder, number 52, William Abreu.
Leading things off and takes a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Nope, that's down.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now the catcher up to hit, William Contreras. Here's a high chopper. Fires to first in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the center fielder, number 11.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Foul ball. And now the count is even.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Struck him out swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Venezuela on top here, 1-0. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Paul Goldschmidt.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Paul Goldschmidt, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Daniel Palencia, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Bizzardo getting cranked up as well.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 3. That's in there. 0-1. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. On the ground, right side. Torres tosses to first, but the tying run moves up to third, so they'll be happy with that. Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
Tying run is only 90 feet away. You need to find a way to score here. No excuses with less than 2 outs. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
That's down and in. A slider missed. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 1-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Goldie scores. It's an RBI single, tie game here in the 8th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Go ahead, run on base. Here comes Aaron Judge. 0 for 3 in this one. This one belted deep left field. On its way, gone. And this place is rocking. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 3-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jonathan Diaz will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Antonio Senzatella on the pitch out of the pen here. He's been so good against lefties. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. This guy with light tower power.
Ball, that's out.
Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just off the outside edge. Senzatella, 6'1" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider. This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 4-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
1 down. Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Holy Toledo! They've hit another home run number 30 on the year, and they tack one on the board. All right, ready to get underway. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Number 13.
And this one is off and running.
Man, first pitch of the day, and the zone's already tight.
Ball, that's low.
Great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Just missed.
Outside.
And that drops in for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Now, Michael
that ball went
Garcia.
out.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0.
The big bat's coming up, and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
The wind to kick the 2-0. And
That's
there's a
ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
So man aboard, and now Luis Arias. Quick toss to first, and he's back in easily. Didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. That one misses.
Outside.
That's 5 straight. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down. Take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Eugenio Suarez, batting with one down, takes a strike. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Anthony in position. Brings it in.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Now a chance for Ezequiel Tovar. Garcia off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. In the air to left center. Anthony on his way over. And that is that. Looking back at the solo blast that led off the game. It's now a 1-0 ball game. We go to the bottom of the first. Our starter in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
That one fouled off. Abreu takes it in for the out. One down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Kyle Schwarber.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Bryce Harper, batting with one down, takes a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball one.
Ball two.
Now that's smacked to right center. Brings it in. 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99.
Aaron Judge at the plate. And Singy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. Judge with a homer in his last game. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. On the ground to third. The throw to first. Inning over. Venezuela out front here, 1-0. Back here in Miami, leading off, Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Lined into right. Dives and makes the catch. What a play. And wow, what a great diving catch, Singy. Statcast says that was a near perfect route, and it had to be.
But that's just a big part of his game. I mean, this guy's instincts just seem to always put him in a position to make special plays, and right there, he's done it again.
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu.
What do you got?
Checks his swing, appeal to third, and Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. The 1-0. This one ripped, but foul to the right. The 1-1. And he takes a strike. Slides for the stop. Over to first. And they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. And it's fouled away. The 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Backed
That's
off
a
the
ball.
plate that time. Two down, nobody on. Right side, hard hit. Clement over to first. That ends the inning. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Lifted in the air, right field. Acuna has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Cal.
Now it's going to be Cal Raleigh.
Ball, that's out.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that gets down into the gap. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw, not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Man at second.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it, and the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much.
Ball
so
three.
that's a good thing in this day and age.
One out, the runner at second here in game one of this 3-game set. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here comes a 3-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So up next, Roman Anthony.
Hey!
Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Line drive, and this one looks like trouble. Coming home. He boots it. He'll score in time. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. When you can turn the ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. He elevates that a little bit more. It's definitely out of here.
Ernie Clement digs in now. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Swing, and he popped it up. That is the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even now at 1-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Miami, here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Pitch misses there. Inside. Ball 1.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Ball.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. Oh, that got away from him.
He got hit.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here's Acuna. He's already homered in this game. Misses again, 5 in a row. Now quick throw to first, and he's back safely. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 3-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Nolan McLean gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Tyler Rogers gets the ball now. This is his 5th appearance of the year. So digging in, Michael Garcia.
Ball, that's in.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Just missed.
Inside.
Movement in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Next offering is fouled back. And that misses. And now 3-1. Hard hit right side. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the All-Stars, the first baseman, number 1,
Luis Ariz stands in. He's 0 for 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ground ball right side. And that one handled. Throw to first in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
2 down, bases empty. And now here is Eugenio Suarez. Fly to left his first time.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
At the plate, Ezekiel Tovar.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Suarez, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground.
Foul.
And that's just foul. Rogers, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Here's a 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Ground ball to the right side. Oh, nice stop at first. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Number 10, Pete Crow Armstrong.
What he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in his zone.
The 0-1. Next offering misses down and away. Right through there for a strike. Struck him out looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there, and that's a foul ball. To third, and foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball. Outside
ball
low.
2.
Now 2-2. That one missed. And they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the United States, the first baseman, number 9.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Harper now. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball 1.
Just off the inside edge.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Foul ball. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two down, nobody on. Here's the 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Now a pop-up on the infield. Garcia under it. And that is the third out of the inning. Venezuela with the lead 3-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park as we go to the top of the fourth. Here's Gleyber Torres.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down.
Up next for the All-Stars, the left fielder, number 52, Wilyer.
Here's the left fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Hit by a pitch his first time up. Left field, Anthony towards the line, tracks it down for the out. And there are two outs.
Now batting for Venezuela, the catcher, William Contreras.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Rogers done for the afternoon. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching,
Garrett Clevenger on to pitch here. He's into the game with the bases empty. So up next, William Contreras. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down, nobody on. And that one almost hit him. One, two now. Swing and a ball popped up. Raleigh settles under it. And that is that. Venezuela out front 3-1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Judge leading things off and takes a strike.
Nope. Ball, that's outside.
Pitch misses. Ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
That one ripped left field. Back there. Holy Toledo! Aaron Judge leads the yard. His 44th home run of the season, and they cut into the lead.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So now here's the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Well, these players did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
It's through for a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Everything came together for him. We've all seen a defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Cal Raleigh now at the plate. A double and a run scored his first time up.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The lefty, the 1-0. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. On the ground to third. Over to Torres. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
For the United States, third baseman number 2, Gunnar Henderson.
And the batter now, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This one popped up. Torres under it. And that's the third out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chorio.
Ball.
Witt. Now the throw to first on the run. He's out.
Up next for the All-Stars, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Ball 2. Hey!
That's down and
ball
in.
3.
Swing from Acuna. Big drive. Deep left field. Going. Gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 4-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he has really seen the ball well in this one. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
1 down. Stepping in, Michael Garcia. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Nope, that's a ball.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fastball
Ball
is outside. Clevenger, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Foul ball there. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Man at first with 1 gone. Luis Arias will hit next. And a foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is out of here. He shoots one out to right. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
The new pitcher in the game, Garrett Whitlock.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Now it's the DH, Eugenio Suarez, 1 for 2. And that one hammered. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
One out, runner at second. Ezekiel Tovar getting ready to hit. That one inside,
ball 1.
And that's ball 1.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Suarez, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss as he was late. Here's a 1-1. And that's
Ball
downstairs
two.
and outside. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. On the warning track. And holds it in. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting for Venezuela, the second baseman.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. Just
Inside,
off
ball
the
one.
inside edge. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swings through that.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Sets him down looking. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 6-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in, Roman Anthony. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the All-Star, the second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. He popped out his first time.
Ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the All-Star, the center fielder, number 10.
2 down, bases empty. Pete Crow Armstrong digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. High fly ball, right field. Acuna should have this one. And that will end the inning. Venezuela had the lead, 6-2. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game. So digging in, Wilyer Abreu.
The left fielder, number 52, Wilyer Abreu.
Well, these guys digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
There's a strike.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Gone! His 23rd of the year, and they add on. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now here is William Contreras. On the ground, right side. Clement over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting for Venezuela, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Chorio.
So up next, Jackson Chorio. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. And a slider misses down and away. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And there's a ball. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Takes it in for the out. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. and a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4. Bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Two down, nobody on. That one found hard the other way. Just off the outside part of the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one almost got him. That's smacked on a line to center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. It's a double, his 4th hit of the game.
Wow, just unbelievable what he's doing here. 4 hits in all 4 of bid for extra bases. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
So runner at second, 2 down. Maikel Garcia now at the plate.
Aye!
Acuna stands at second with 2 gone. Comes up empty. Up the middle. Base hit into center field. Acuna around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 8-2. Now here is Luis Arias. He's already homered here in this one. Breaking ball misses down and away. The 1-0. And another ball.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Quick move to first, and he's back in safely. That's a little bit low.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
To the right side, but that rolls foul. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Venezuela had the advantage, 8-2. Bottom of the 6th, leading off, Bobby Witt Jr. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Tom Lomsu, gracias por suscribirte.
Fastball for a strike.
Ricardo López de Andrade, gracias por suscribirte.
Most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. In the air to left center. Tovar gets under it, and there's 1 down.
Up next for the United States, the first baseman, number 9, Bryce Harper.
Here is Bryce Harper.
That's a ball.
And the 1-0. Rush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Bryce Harper with a star scraper. Home run number 20 on the year, and they cut into the deficit.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
is Aaron Judge. Hoping to lock up a home run title down the stretch. He leads the league right now. Judge rips that one. That's carrying. And that one becomes property of the beast. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they cut into the lead.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Next to hit, Kyle Schwarber. The 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Struck him out without a swing. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. And a strike on the outside edge. Raleigh, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. That one inside. Look out. Fouled off left side. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ball 3.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count's full. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is...
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And they're chipping away. It's 8-5. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Gunnar Henderson will hit next.
Hey!
And now the 0-1. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. In the air on the infield, Garcia under this one. And the inning is over. They explode with 3 solo homers in the inning. We're through 6 full. Venezuela out front here, 8-5.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Will Vest.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Now it's the DH, Eugenio Suarez.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Inside
Action
ball.
in the pen down there. Brad Keller appears to be getting loose. And now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Foul tip into the mix. Struck him out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
So digging in, Ezekiel Tovar. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball, that's in.
The 1-0. In the air, right field. 2 away down.
Up next for the All-Stars, the second baseman.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
Panda,
With
gracias por
this kind of
suscribirte.
lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Strike on the inside corner. Swing and a foul out of play.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Two down, nobody on. And
Ball,
Gleyber
that
takes
pitch is out.
outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Venezuela on top 8-5. John Shelby. Okay, all set to go. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And we're
Inside,
underway
ball
here
one.
this afternoon.
Hey!
Acuna came up with 4 hits in his last game. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Michael Garcia now at the plate. Curveball over for a called strike.
Ball, that's up there.
Late with the swing there. Acuna gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And there's a ball. In the dirt. Full count now.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
3-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And ball 4, 2
Take your break.
aboard.
Batting first, the first baseman, number 1,
Luis Ariz stands in. In the air, left field.
Nope,
And
foul ball.
that is foul.
Nope, outside.
The 1-1. Right side, Harper. Throws to second for
It's
one.
it out.
Back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot. So that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Man at second.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
The 2-1. And a big swing and a miss. That missed by a lot. Full count now. And a payoff pitch. Out towards right center field. Judge under it. And there are 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one carrying. Out of here. So he just clears the wall. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Look, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Gleyber Torres stands in now and watches strike one. Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Almost got him.
That's inside. Ball 2.
Ground ball to the right side. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So up next, Wilyer Abreu. Swing at a ground ball. Clement over to first. That ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. Back here in Miami. And on the hill, the lefty, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Here comes the 0-1. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Roman Anthony.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Here's Harper now. And first offering is fouled off. Upstairs.
Nope, that's a ball.
A sliding stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge. A little bit low.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1. Judge launched a homer in his most recent game. The 1-0.
Yeah.
Judge takes a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
And Judge spoils that one. got him swinging. Venezuela have the advantage, 3-0. Back here in Low Depot Park, and now it's William Contreras.
Héctor Osuna, gracias por
He's definitely
suscribirte.
going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. He was late there, strike one. Next offering is foul back. The 0-2. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1-2 now. That one missed. That misses
That's
the
ball
zone,
three.
and the count's full. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Totally hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He'll take a trot around the bases, and they add on. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Nolan McLean is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now here's Tyler Rogers out of the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in, Jackson Chorio.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The 0-1. That one lifted to left. Anthony gets under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the All-Stars, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald.
Here's Acuna now. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. Chris, you
Ball
look at
inside.
it. These are the spots where pitchers can come on, pitch well, instill some confidence in the manager, and all of a sudden they're pitching higher leverage spots in the postseason.
Well, in this final month, I mean, this is an audition period for the call-ups, but it's also for that marginal reliever that was on the roster throughout the season to maybe step up and be on that playoff roster.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. That one missing inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Tapped on the ground softly to short. Witt fires in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the third baseman, Michael
Two down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia.
No, inside.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the second, and Kyle Schwarber will come up. Rodriguez, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and he was born in Venezuela. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Acuna moving back. Holy Toledo! Kyle Schwarber goes deep. His 13th home run of the season, and they close the gap. It's 4-1.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there.
Elis Salas, gracias por suscribirte.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. He'll typically want to pull a pitch that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lob, and gets the home run.
Here's the catcher to hit, Cal Raleigh, and ball one.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Hey!
Here's a 1-1.
Ball two.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. That catches the top part of the zone, and the count's even at 2. Got him swinging for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Chorio in and to his right, pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Batting seven, the left fielder, Roman.
Now it's going to be Roman Anthony. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. In there, it's 0-1. On the ground, right side. Play made, that ends the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Belki Guerrero, gracias por suscribirte. Wilfredo José Maduro Rauseo, gracias por suscribirte.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boo. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Late swing, foul to the left. And he hits a ground ball right side. Harper steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
The All-Stars, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. Activity in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Whitlock, the right-hander, also getting loose. The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Clement. Throw to first is in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tyler Rogers departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
On the mound now, Garrett Whitlock.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Two outs, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. He's already homered in this game. The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Next one misses. Ball 2. And that one clips the corner. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Venezuela had the lead 4-1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That one fouled off. Clement with a homer in his last game. Hit on the ground to short. Tovar throws to first in time.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 10, Pete.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Shortstop, Bobby.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Bobby Witt Jr.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Oh, that's just out.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he grounds one to the right side. Torres throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Venezuela out front here, 4-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park, stepping in, Gleyber Torres.
Hey!
The other way. And a good start to the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now here is Wilyer Abreu.
Yeah!
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
That's a ball.
Inside, almost got him. Bounced up the middle. Clement tags the runner for one. A sensational double play. Base is empty after the double play. William Contreras will hit next. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball. Down.
Liner snagged at first. Venezuela on top, 4-1. Back here in Miami, Bryce Harper to the plate.
The first baseman, number 9, Bryce Harper.
Right away off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2-0, and it's ball 3. Fought off foul. Payoff pitch. That one misses.
That's ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the United States, the right fielder, number 90.
It's Aaron Judge now. Struck out swinging his first time.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him. He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Now the 0-1. Out towards right center field. Acuna on the move. And there's one down. a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
There's a swing and a miss.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Ball.
Outside low, ball 1. Ground ball could be 2. Feed to second, that's 1, and that's 2. So they go quietly there. We're headed to the 5th. Venezuela on top here, 4-1. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Well, these players really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Hammered down the line, and now maybe extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The relay, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Here's Acuna. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Man at second. And it's fouled away. The 0-2. Swings and misses. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. So now with 1 away and a man at second, Michael Garcia, the next to hit.
Ball 1.
He's currently the team leader in stolen bases. And the 1-0. Ground ball right side, and he can't come up with it. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Now batting for Venezuela, the first baseman, number 1.
Luis Arias digs in now. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver. Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So 2 down. Eugenio Suarez getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's got a chance. Out of here. Eugenio Suarez blasts one out. His 38th of the year, and they boost their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Garrett Whitlock will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now
New pitcher on here, Garrett Clevenger.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now Ezekiel Tovar right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the fifth. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run, and the lead is stretched to 7-1.
Luis
Welcome
Alberto
back
Fernández
as we take
Colmenares,
a peek
gracias
at
por
the starting
suscribirte.
pitching so far this year.
rolling.
Raleigh batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Ball
That's
one
a ball.
there.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters.
Can't grab it cleanly. Man at first, Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Henderson, in his 5th season, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
There's a strike.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights it off, he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. One out man at first. Now the left fielder, Roman Anthony. Just
Nope. Ball
missed.
That's in, ball 2.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that's in for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Ernie Clement, the next to hit. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The 0-1, and a strike on the outside edge.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock, try to put something up on the board.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Venezuela lead it 7-1. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Now at the plate, Gleyber Torres.
Venezuela, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. Gleyber Torres the opposite way. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now, Wilyer Abreu.
Demetrio Alfredo Sojo, gracias por suscribirte.
Swing and a miss as he was limited.
Dulce Venezuela, gracias por suscribirte.
Nobody on, nobody
LIDRTH
out with
Rivas,
a run
gracias por
in, and we're in
suscribirte.
the top half of the 6th.
Ana Bolívar, gracias por suscribirte.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That's in for a strike. That's to third. Slings to first in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Chorio.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chorio. 1 for 2. 2 down, nobody on. This one in the air right field. That one gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting for Venezuela.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Garrett Clevenger out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on now, Will Vest.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. 1 for 3. The 1-0. Out to short. Witt throws to first in time. They get the out on Acuna. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Back here at Lone Depot Park, leading off, Pete Crow Armstrong. Movement in the bullpen. Antonio Senzatella up and loosening in the pen. Number 95 also throwing. Fouled off left side. That misses.
Ball, that's out.
Now 1 and 2. Next offering is outside. Swing and a base hit. Took a couple of ABs, but he's back on track. Such a weapon for this lineup.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Crow Armstrong on at first. Nobody out. Now there's a bullet down the line. Fair ball. Coming home. The relay throw. Safe. It's 8-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That one was smoke coming off the bat, and it looked like there might have been a close play at the plate. Good job of base running rounding third, making sure he could come in and score that run.
So man aboard. So here is Bryce Harper. And first offering is fouled off. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1 and 2. Man at second. And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he went around.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Hoping to lock up a home run title down the stretch. He leads the league right now.
No, that's down.
One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the sixth. This one smoked, could be trouble. Here comes Wynn around third. He'll score, and it's 8-3. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
One out, runner at second. Kyle Schwarber digs in now. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Oh, he can't hang on. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Runners at the corners here, one away. Cal Raleigh will hit next. And delivers
that ball went
outside.
out.
Two on, one out.
Good
Ball,
spot
that's
for
out.
the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Tua. And
Whoa,
another
that
ball.
count.
Fastball for a strike.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
That one ripped, but foul. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
And that'll load the bases.
Third baseman number 2.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Eduardo Rodriguez won't go any further. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Antonio Senzatella.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. Henderson not having as much success with the bat here at home as you see the splits.
When it unravels, it can unravel pretty quickly. And right now, you're in a situation where you're one swing away from it being a one-run ball game.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
One out, bases full. Check swing, and he went. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gap shot, should score at least 2. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, headed for the plate. Relay throw home, safe at the plate. And it's now a 2-run game.
Hey, we've got a ball game again. That was huge. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Roman Anthony.
You want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Fouled off. He was late.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Runner edges away at second. Swing a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. And that one becomes property of the beast. And we're all square. It's 8-8.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Well, he almost robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. Swing and he breaks his back. Throw to first in time.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him off on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
Now a chance for Pete Crow Armstrong. And
outside,
that
that's the
misses.
ball.
And it's 1-0.
Rolando Elias Berens Rico, gracias por suscribirte.
Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
The 1-2. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Got him looking for the K. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. The final damage here, they bat around. 10 come to the plate, 7 runs on the board. 7th inning coming up. We are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Back here in Miami, let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
Juli García, gracias por suscribirte.
Garcia leading things off and takes a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. David Bednar, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Jax warming up as well. Stays alive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
And the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Struck him out swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Only 2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Lined into left center. Base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Eugenio Suarez digs in now. Right there for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Run away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Fouls it off, still 1-2. mph to finish him off.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Will Vest gives way, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. A new arm into the game, the righty, Griffin Jacks.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Go-ahead run on base. Ezekiel Tovar now at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Jackknifes out of the way. Now there's a bullet down the line, and that's a fair ball. Arise around second, headed for third. Throw quickly to the infield, and the go-ahead run has to hold up at third with 2 away.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. There's the strike. Two on, 2 outs. And fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and
got him swinging. It's a strikeout. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one catches the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Ball, that's out.
Outside with a breaking ball. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. They keep a big threat off the bases. Huge in a tie game like this. 1 out.
Kaeri Uchue, gracias por suscribirte.
Here is Bryce Harper.
Hey!
And the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
In the air, left side. He's got it. Out number 2.
Up next for the United States, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. And that is out of play. Down, nobody on. Near the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 1.
That misses.
No, that's low.
And that's ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike.
Hey.
But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Now Judge drives one. Deep left field. That one carrying. Holy Toledo. And they jump in front in the 7th. It's 9-8. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of his ballpark.
comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Antonio Senzatella done for the day, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher now, Yoendris Gomez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1. And there's
That's
the ball.
ball 2.
That one
Ball,
drifts
that's it.
inside. Cal Raleigh up next. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that one
That's
misses
ball 4.
outside. It's ball 4.
For the United States, the catcher,
Cal Raleigh will hit next.
All 1.
Schwarber leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Yeah! Ball. That's inside.
Outside.
Ball. That's out.
Gunnar Henderson waiting for a turn at the plate. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Diego Alfredo Velázquez,
3
gracias
balls,
por
2 strikes
suscribirte.
to count.
That's ball
So
4.
a walk
Take your base.
puts runners at first and second.
for the United States, third baseman number 2, Gunnar.
Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Two walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Ball. That's
That
outside.
one missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Hard liner. And
That
it
ball
goes
foul.
just foul. Fights it off. You'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 9-8 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. David Bednar.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Abreu leading things off and takes a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mason Miller, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Keller getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Next pitch misses. Going to count 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Looking to get the tying run on base. Bounce to third. Fires in time.
Now batting for Venezuela, the catcher,
William Contreras getting ready to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
Off the plate, ball one.
Liner snagged at first. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And that one fouled off.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the eighth. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
This one in the air right field. Judge really on his horse for this one. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And that is that. USA with the lead 9-8. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Jonathan Diaz. He's been so good against lefties.
leading off, the left fielder, Roman.
Anthony, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Bounce to the right side, collected by Torres. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the United States, the second baseman, Ernie.
Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. 0 for 3 in this one. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
He's been locked in lately, and today's been no different, Boo. Really good balance in the box. It's been impressive. Just looks comfortable out there.
Diaz measures 6 feet even. He features a slider, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and he works in a four-seamer. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And that one is in the dirt. And it's 1-2.
0-2 count. You've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Ball, that's low.
In the dirt. Two now. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Ball, that's inside.
Now quick throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Back in on a dive. The 1-1.
Nope, that's inside.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. And the inning is over. USA out front 9-8. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Mason Miller.
Outstanding year for him out of the pen in terms of locking up wins for this ball club. A chance right here for his 45th save of the season.
Acuna stands in here, tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swings through that one for strike two. Left field. And it falls. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Garcia, the next to hit, takes ball one. The 1-0. That clips the corner.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Good feed. That's
Got him. Doesn't out.
The first safe.
No, he's safe.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
So up next, Luis Arias, known for his late inning heroics. That one in triple digits. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Pitch misses. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Splits the plate. That is strike two.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations folks they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
What do you
kicks his
got?
swing. Now with appeal to third. And he punches him out. He run around. So it's their last chance in this one. And next is the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Trying to deliver as the hero. That misses,
outside.
and that's ball one.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Missed with a
that pitch is
changeup,
out.
and the count is 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
So the tying run at second. They're down to their final strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
You don't reach 45 saves in a season by wasting opportunities. This guy's been taking advantage of these moments all year, and we saw it happen again in this win.